Today was day two of the Diddy trial, and what a day it was. What a day it was, and what a perfect time to give you kind of a look at, a review of, a peroration of, an adumbration, a review, a kind of a review of everything about this incredible case and what it means to you and me and why we should be paying attention there too. And therefrom, and anent and regarding such. Thank you so much for being with us. Make sure you are subscribed to Lionel Nation. Make sure you are ready to go. I've got a lot of stuff to bring to you, and you will find this fascinating. You will find it fascinating. Not only that, the world is changing. President Trump is reshaping the world. He removed sanctions to Syria for the love of God. There's going to be Netanyahu. I don't even know where to start. But before we begin, my friends, let me tell you first of all to make sure you like this video, like, subscribe. Make sure you hit that little bell so you're notified of live streams and new videos. And before we begin, you must listen to this important word from our important and critically critical sponsor. Are you drowning in debt, struggling with credit cards or medical bills or personal loans? Well, you're not alone. There's help, real help available right now. National Debt Relief is one of the top-rated debt relief companies in America, helping thousands of individuals like you break free from overwhelming financial burdens. For anyone owing over $10,000, National Debt Relief may be able to reduce that debt by up to half or even more. No bankruptcy, no new loans, just a smarter, faster way to financial freedom. Here's how it works. Step one, you submit the form at No Debt with Lionel. Just go there right now. Step two, a representative will call within minutes to discuss personalized options. In step three, they'll create an affordable plan tailored to your individual budget and timeline. Many clients become debt-free in as little as 24 to 48 months, paying less than they owe and avoiding years of stress and interest. And the consultation is completely free with no obligation. So what are you waiting for? Why keep dodging calls and watching interest stack up? So go right now to NoDebtWithLionel.com. That's NoDebtWithLionel.com. This could be the turning point, the step toward peace of mind, control, and a fresh start. NoDebtWithLionel.com. Go now. Today, my friends, we're talking about the Diddy trial, when celebrity control and power collide. And now, for the life of me, people still do not understand what the case is about. They're thinking this is a story or a drama versus a trial. And that's what I'm here to do, my friends, to let you know and bring you up to speed. My friend, the ongoing federal trial of Shaun Diddy Combs was, well, how do I say this? It was incredible. The case today, the trial itself was, it's just getting so fascinating. Fascinating on many reasons, many bases for this. The ongoing federal trial of Shaun Diddy Combs has swiftly become, ladies and gentlemen, become one of the most disturbing, dare I say, provocative, and culturally revealing legal sagas in our modern celebrity history. It's true. What began as whispers and hints of abuse now has become and erupted into a courtroom spectacle which exposes and peels back and lays bare the allegations of systemic exploitation and manipulation and psychological control and filth and debauched sexual. It's incredible. It is a story the likes of which one cannot imagine. And this stretches back over 2 decades. I mean, this just didn't happen now. This to me is a narrative. And if he doesn't walk altogether, they're going to reverse this on appeal because there's just too much crap that has something to do with anything. Now, the testimony, the evidence being introduced are not just explosive and disgusting, my dear friend. They're grotesque. And they paint a picture, they paint a portrait, not really of a man, some hoary, Hoary man, but of an empire that is built on coercion, and fear, and intimidation, and unchecked power, concupiscence. Do you see what I'm saying? Anybody? Now, central to this case, and what is so important, and if you really want to understand it, you got to grasp this, is a testimony of Cassandra Cassie Ventura. Who was that, you ask? Good question. This is the singer and former romantic partner of Mr. Combs. Her words, calm but cutting, have gripped the courtroom and the public alike. Cassie has detailed years of physical, emotional, and sexual abuse, framed not as isolated outbursts, but as part of a calculated pattern of domination. From being coerced into some drug-fueled, these parties, these freak-offs, to enduring beatings and threats and surveillance. It's really something. And her accusations and what she alleges, they paint a picture of a private world where Diddy allegedly operated as both ringmaster, warden, and kind of a weird, this guy was sick. But what does it have to do with the charges before? Don't know. And it doesn't end with her, my friends. You see, the most graphic and unsettling testimony may have come from Daniel Phillip. Who's that, you ask? Daniel Phillip is a male escort who recounted being invited to one of these gatherings, these little fetes, as it were, only to be forced, under some kind of an implied threat. It might be interesting, but threat to, dare I say, micturate, to void. This is undonism. This is urolagnia. To void on Cassie why Diddy watched, filmed, and waxed onanistic. Yes, I have to be careful. Do you understand this? Do you understand what's happening? Do you understand this? This is incredible. Hello, Claudie. Sending your love and power. You know? The image alone of Diddy is nauseating. But what's worse is the calculated intimidation that followed. You see, Phillip says that Diddy took a photo of his driver's license. A clear message, you're marked. It's almost like Jimmy the Gent Burke in Goodfellas when he looked at your license and said, see? This wasn't some kind of weird spontaneous cruelty. Oh, no. This was methodical. This was rehearsed and intentional. These aren't just allegations of bad behavior, of celebrity arrogance. Oh, no. They are accusations of organized systemic abuse involving drugs and surveillance and monitoring and the destruction of any kind of privacy, threats, blackmail, you name it, my friends. And see, prosecutors are alleging, and I think they're going to go too far because this has nothing to do with the four corners of the indictment. The prosecutors are going to be alleging a network of enablers and people who help kind of maintain the machinery, so to speak. And this is what's important because this goes into the racketeering conspiracy. Managers, assistants, security, all working to provide women, to supply them with drugs and control the optics and suppress fallout. This is going to be tougher. Is this a racketeering conspiracy, or is this just a bunch of people doing the usual stuff? Remember in the old days, Led Zeppelin, my friends, the Beatles, the Stones, the Who. There was, everybody had groupies. Remember Sweet Sweet Connie, the Plaster Casters, dear friend. Do you remember this? This has been going on forever. Why weren't those people ever charged with anything? You don't think there were underage folks brought into a Led Zeppelin? Come on. Pam, was it DeBars? Remember she was one of the original groupies. Remember that one? Remember the plaster casters? In court, there was surveillance footage again from 2016 showing Diddy physically assaulting Ventura, punching and dragging and kicking her. What is the point of this? There's no ambiguity. It's not hypothetical. It's not speculation. I mean, it's real. And yet, even with this, the defense has leaned into the argument that what happened was part of a consensual dynamic. And that's the legal move, the legal chess move they've chosen. Redefine control as kink, recast and reestablish coercion as some kind of consent. And I would also say to you, not only that, but say it wasn't in any of the allegations. You see what I'm saying? But the broader question is harder to ignore. How did this go on for so long? How did this go on for so long? The answer lies in the nature, my friends, of power. Power. Especially when that power is fused and merged, with this weird kind of famous celebrity. Fame just doesn't buy silence. It manufactures complicity, and it manufactures compliance and subjugation and basically surrender. For years, Diddy was untouchable. He was the mogul, the icon, the tastemaker. He wasn't just in the music business. Oh, nay, nay, nay. He was the music business with $1 billion brand, or so they said. Access to presidents and a vast network of industry players and big shots who depended on his influence, his word, his okay. There was every reason for people to look the other way, to convince themselves that the rumors were exaggerations, that the stories were bitter, exes or hungry opportunists or people who were just jealous or people who for whatever reason just didn't matter. You see, but when the story breaks, it breaks hard. It explodes. Suddenly, patterns emerge. Have you ever noticed this? Sometimes you'll have somebody in your family, somebody who's mentally ill, somebody who's abusing substances, and you think, I didn't really notice it. And then you realize, my God, it was there in front of me the whole time. Then you realize what's happening. Then you realize. Familiar phrases appear. Witnesses who echo and state the same thing, even without realizing it. The same drugs, the same rooms, the same tactics. It all starts to look less like, isolated drama and some isolated event, and more like an operation, something that is planned and organized and orchestrated. And the trial is going to force a larger conversation, as they say, not only about Diddy, but about the structures and the people that protect people like him. How did this go on for so long? It's like the machine. The machine is always bigger. Right, Freddie? The machine is bigger than the man. See? The very abuser. There are a dozen quiet facilitators. For every abuser, there's the booking the rooms, the person who delivers the envelopes, who whispers advice, who buys the lube and the oil, scrubbing the timelines, buying silence. But do they know they're part of an organization, or are they just acting independently? You see, Hollywood knows this. The music industry knows it. They know it even better. And so does the public. And what's changed is that the illusion of this invincibility is cracking. See, what used to be quiet and whispers and back rooms, see, it's now transcripts in open court. That's exactly what's going on right now. That's exactly what's going on. And there's the media. They buy into it. They aid and abet. It's no accident that coverage of the trial has been very cautious, kind of delayed, buried a little bit, beneath layers of, hidden messaging and euphemism. Troubled star. Oh, he's a troubled star. Controversial mogul. They haven't gotten into the disgrace mogul yet. No one wants to touch the full weight of what this case could really become if every dark corner is lit. Because if the allegations are proven true, it wouldn't just be Diddy on the stand. No. It would be the entire culture that enabled him. See, everyone who shook his hand, every brand that backed him, every executive or big shot, everybody with with a label or whatever. Everybody who ignored the whispers, who ignored what they knew to be true or didn't care. Every journalist who skipped the story, every social media influencer, whoever it was, everybody who kept posting the champagne and yachts while women were bleeding behind the scenes, they knew exactly what was going on. What about their complicity? Who talks about that? Is this a form of misprision? Huh, Freddie? So the courtroom now appears to be the final stage. The final stage. And Diddy's public, his persona has now kind of evaporated. He's done. He's finished. Can he give up anybody? Is there anybody else out there he can talk about? I don't know, because I think they want him. Gone is the man in control, the guy they used to believe. The maestro of success. In his place is this white-haired, again, hoary, white-haired little Q-tip, a defendant whose empire was allegedly built on kind of ritualized abuse, surveillance, silencing. What he's accused of isn't just crime. It's structure. It's design. If it's proven, this wasn't some celebrity gone wild kind of thing. Oh, no. It was a system gone wrong. It was something that people knew the whole time. But again, are they going too far? Because when they're talking about the Undonism record, reference Freddie Haddad, when they talk about Undonism and urolagnia and all of those things, it brings back R. Kelly. They want you to think R. Kelly. But it's not for certain. See, the defense is going to fight tooth and nail. They're going to discredit the accusers. They're going to play the fame card. They're going to frame this as some cultural witch hunt. An assault on a successful black entrepreneur by many people, by fellow black entrepreneurs, because they want him out of the picture, because he's competition. They'll try to reduce this to some kind of tabloid fodder. But this trial with what's on at stake, the visceral horror, all of this, it's beyond that now. Oh, see, it's become a referendum on celebrity kind of impunity, this bulletproof thing that they have. And what it is also is, it's very interesting. It's a question to many people of our legal system, which nobody really believes or has any faith in the first place. They ask, how does our system work with wealth, when wealth and branding and global reach, and when all of that are in the defendant's corner? And the truth is, they might blow it. We've seen it before. Money matters, my friend. Influence lingers. Witnesses recant. Juries get overwhelmed. Prosecutors miscalculate. Cases collapse in front of your eyes. And the machine, this thing that we're talking about, even if it's damaged, it still works to protect itself. And even if that happens, if Diddy walks or gets a wrist slap, or believe it or not, don't be surprised if he has his case reversed on appeal, what message will that send, if there is any kind of sending of a message? That this is what, all entertainment? That nothing matters? That justice is performance? How many times have you heard that? All of a sudden they act like, oh, well, justice. Like, where have you been? I mean, from OJ to John Gotti to whatever, why do you think this case is going to be any different? But if the court sees it through, I mean, look what they did to Trump. Look what they did to Trump with lawfare. See, if the witnesses are heard, if the truth is weighed fairly, if it is the truth, then this could mark something even greater, something even bigger than the fall of a star. It could be a warning shot to every organization, to every group, to every structure that's born on silence. I'm saying it again, the trial isn't just about what Diddy did. It's about what was allowed, what we allowed, what you allowed. That's right, you. I blame you. I don't. And, interestingly enough, whether we're finally ready at this point to stop looking away. We'll see about that. See, this case is bigger than it's so interesting. And the hard part is, because there's so little time for people to go through it, and because people like TMZ, they would rather look at the specifics of the case and not the big picture. I would love to represent him. Love it. Because of the challenge. I don't like him. I couldn't tell you one song. Doesn't matter. I think he's a punk and but I don't like the fact that why are they going after him? They never went after the Stones or the Dave Clark Five and Benny Goodman. You think this is new? Seriously. Does anybody think this is new? And the other folks who walked, his other fellow compatriots, those individuals, let me tell you something. Listen to me and listen very, very carefully. And this is critical for you to understand. The world is changing so drastically right now. I haven't even talked to you about Trump. Did you see Trump in Saudi Arabia? Anybody catch that? Did you see that? Dear God. Dear God. Did you see that? He went to Saudi Arabia first. Netanyahu, we're changing the subject, by the way. Freddie, we're changing the subject. Benjamin Netanyahu is thinking, I don't know what just happened. I don't know what just happened. I'm shocked. I'm shocked. Because Trump is telling Bibi, I've had it with you. And you and members of people on my team worry about planning on attacking Iran. Oh, no. And the Houthis, it is when you hear people who were adamantly to the anti-Trump to the point that they seem to be almost incapable of saying anything good about him, are now saying, could this be? It means something. It means something bigger than anything you can imagine. Okay? Anything you can imagine. And don't forget, Mohammed bin Salman hated Joe Biden because of Khashoggi, because of that. Remember that. Remember where this is. You're going to see he's removing the the sanctions on Syria. This is Russia's going to be next. He's going to be reopening the world. First with tariffs, then with this. He's going to reconnect the world. Zelensky will be gone because he wants to get rid of that. He wants to get rid of that albatross. He doesn't give a damn about Zelensky, and he sure as hell doesn't give a damn about NATO. And that's where we are, my friends. Are we understand that? You understand that? These are great days, my friend. Great days like never before. And we're a part of it now. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, my friends. Have a great and a glorious day. That's all I want to say. That's all I want to say. That's all we need to talk about tonight. That's it. I did a very interesting show today with Mr. Shaun Attwood. It was a beauty. Oh, they love the Diddy case in the UK. They love it. And I was on for an hour, a good hour and a half. And I've got that up for you to see, for you to peruse and review. Have a great day, my friends. Thank you so much for watching. Please follow Lynn's Warriors. Please follow us on Lionel and Legal. And also make sure you follow us right here on Lionel Nation. Have a great and wonderful day, my friends. We love you so much. And don't forget the monkey's dead. The show's over. Sue you. Dad.